What's up, guys? We're gonna build beats. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys a new chord you can use for your beats. If you guys haven't subbed already, I'll do so because those have been a lot. Let's hop right into it. So we're just grabbing a scale and we're gonna be working with the minor. And this does work in the major too, but we're just gonna be using the minor. So let's grab a B, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the chord. Now this one is very simple, and this is the VST I'm using for this. And you can use whatever you want, obviously. So this one is very simple. Where are we at? We are in the B, so let's go probably like right here. All right, so for this is very simple, right? Now other ways to get other chords will be a little bit different, but for this one it's very simple, right? So you can make a chord upward and backward, okay? And I'll do this all the time. And then what you want to do is just move those chords over, and this is how we get our bass line. Okay, now the bass line is just the foundation, right? It's the root of like the actual chords, right? So if we like move these over, and you can just add like an in-between note, whichever one you like. Okay, and then from there what you would do is just kind of build a chord, right? And this will be like the root of this entire chord right here, right? So that's why the bass line is important. So let's just keep it simple there, and let's move on to building the chords and kind of making them unique. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the chords and kind of make them unique. Now I wish these had like exact names like Billy or something like that, because it would be a lot easier to like refer to it, but for these videos I have to keep it very simple because I can't expect everyone to know like the numbered names or like the Roman numeral versions. So you know, I'm gonna put the original chords into a MIDI file for you so you can just download it. So it's a lot easier, right? So to build these from scratch, let's take this, right, this whole thing, and pull it down an octave just for bass notes. And then up here, what you would do to make a chord is skip area of the note. So we skip this one in place, skip this one in place, and you get a chord. And you're just gonna do that for every single one of these roots, right? So like that, just like this, okay? All right, and I'm gonna leave it there. And then next, what we're gonna do is make this unique, because obviously you're not the only person watching this, right? You don't want to have the exact same progression necessarily. So we're gonna kind of open these up and just kind of make it our own, right? All right, so now we're just gonna make these unique and open them up. And there's a million ways to do this, but I'm gonna just keep it simple. So for this middle note here, right, we can pull this up, and this isn't the only note you have to pull up, right? Like you can pull up the B if you want, but really we can pull up both. But I'm gonna pull this B back down just for like a mid note. And then here we can just offset this. Then we can put one at the end, just lower it. Okay, and then on the second one, we can kind of do the same process, except just kind of with some tweaks. So let's maybe add another note here. We can pull this up like that. And let's bring this back down. Are these doubled? Okay, I don't know why those are doubled, but okay. And let's add another one of these notes here. Now we could add like a little ending note, just to kind of keep the rhythm the same, right? Okay, and let's just keep going, right? And you can kind of make your own little tweaks as you go, right? Just follow your ear and what you think sounds good. So over here, let's actually take. that one up. Okay, so I think that's good enough for now. So here's the whole chord. And like I said, I'll give you this and I'll give you the original chord in a MIDI, just so you can kind of download it so it's easier. All right, so now that our chord is done, now we can kind of use this and make a melody with our second guitar, or you could just leave it like this, right? And just pick some better sounds and stuff, right? So let's move on. All right, so now for our like melody, right? Let's copy this, paste this here, and now we can kind of just deconstruct this and just break it down to make a melody out of this, right? So let's maybe move some of these notes over. And I want to try to keep these so you can see how I'm building it, because I could just delete all this and just make a new one, but you know, it is what it is. Let's do like a little guitar, little wiggle here. Let's see. Let's offset this. Let's pull this up an octave. Pull this up an octave, and then from here, let's build the chord. So it's got like a. And then let's just keep this kind of same thing going over here. So let's try with this right here. Could just copy this same pattern. Let's delete some of it. Well, we can keep. No, let's just delete it. Okay, so we getting somewhere. Let's delete this top, and we can kind of run with this. Pull this up an octave, and then let's try this E. You know what, I'll run with it for time's sake, but I'm a little iffy about this note. Well, let's just move on to what do we got? Our backing. Okay, so lastly, we just have like a background sound. This is not needed. I just like adding these when like doing these vids. So we could take this whole original one and we can just kind of, oh wait, forgot to show the sound. And this is just a custom sound, just kind of like a pad-ish sound, right? And we can just kind of literally just chop this up. Right. Something like this. Oops. Just delete all this. Let's add a note here to like go into it. Then we can keep this note here. Okay, and I just kind of wanted to fill up any other empty space. So actually, nah. All right, so we can keep it like that. So that's pretty much it. And now we're just gonna be making an outro beat for the video. So it's gonna be pretty simple from here on out. All right, so I'm not sure how long this video has been so far, so I'm just gonna kind of shoot through this. I'm gonna try to keep it real time if I can. Hopefully it's not like super long, but let's go in here, or actually let's grab our bass line and let's paste it, and then we can kind of shift D to make these smaller, and then now we can just kind of play around with some of these notes. Let's shift these over. Then let's pull the velocity down. Let's keep it simple like that. Don't gotta do, you know, reinvent the wheel. I'm gonna just pull these up. Just keep these simple. Actually, I could add a little bit of bounce to these. Okay, that's the only thing I'm adding. What else? Just throw this in. I want the first one to hit harder, like this. I think that's a pretty smooth like rhythm right there. Simple is sometimes the way to go, so I'm gonna keep it like that, and we'll just play everything real quick. Just kind of like a simple little chord video. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Again, the chord will be in the description or in the comment section for you to download. It's just something for inspiration if you just want, like, need a chord or something for the day to make a beat with. So hopefully this was helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.